We are operating on a frequency of 52 megacycles by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. A test program follows. To you who have been trained technically, I need hardly say that there's still a number of problems to solve. I guess you know them as well as anybody knows them. But I think we've proceeded far enough to justify the statement, at least, that these technical problems are not insurmountable.
Goes is 1-1 going into Archon. What do you think looking into here then, Chris?
Well, the problem is I know the answer to this, so I know the overall result. So, and actually saying that, I still would pick the same answer as I'd say it.
So Christopher saying he didn't archive, he didn't wipe the board due to Hexpion, he didn't want to give his opponent the opportunity to draw more options to get out of, to stop him from forging. That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, looking at both these decks, they're good. I mean,
the Maverick Captura and the Orb of Wonder with for me are huge artifacts here, especially with so many pips. But I've got to back a Soul Snatcher deck. I love Soul Snatcher, especially with Ember Imp and Arise. If you can set up Ember Imp behind some hordes or behind some big boys that are even between two bulwarks. You play against Archon. You go for Ingolf. Ooh.
Yeah.
So this will decide who moves forward. We already know the option.
Oh, well, here. One goes top 16 cut 1, one goes top 16 cut 2. I mean,
yeah,
they both move forward. It's no knockout for the next round.
Ingolf better not play Snow, so it's just much. A turn 1 daughter, very nicely done.
Standard.
Fear bounces.
Yeah.
And Anson was Succubus, so only got 1 turn value, but standardized testing easily going to deal with that. Yeah. Capture means they'll have to kill their opponent's creatures, and if you kill the opponent's creatures, you give it Amber. Perfect sense, not playing Soul Snatcher. This is a very strong opening logo setup. Bot Buckton, Daughter, Munchling, and then we see Smite, Zealot, Bulwark, Champion. But again, answered with a very strong Sanctum line. It's a shame the Succubus got taken out because this inspiration into Ramil would have led to 2 additional Amber.
But I mean, you might say that's a strong logo, so I wouldn't say it's a particularly good.
Goes for the fight instead.
I'd say it's a particularly good Sanctum hand come out, but I mean, looking at the hands now, it's. I don't know.
Both players building a very big board very early. Zealot might actually get some value here because he can take out some Remios, and then we're going to see Smite coming to clean up this second one. I don't know why, but I put a lot more fear into the Commander Remios than probably a lot of players do.
Really? Why?
I don't like house cheating. I know how quickly house cheating can escalate, and if you leave them around too long, a decent if you've got Mars into Squawker, you can play all 3 of your houses in 1 turn.
That's fair.
It can get nuts if you leave them around.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Even if there isn't anything else down, I don't like leaving Megamouths or Commander Remios or anything or Commander Chans down, because I know how quickly those things can escalate, especially if protected. Forge Compiler here could be huge.
Which one's Forge Compiler? Is that post Forge nuke everything?
So when your opponent forges, ward all of your creatures.
That was
it. And we see Fandangle in hand here. So if if Swiper can get Trout here to go 2/6, then can drop a huge Untamed board. It doesn't work too well with Key Frog, but getting the ward and Fandangle forces issues. We've seen a lot of board heavy play, not focusing too much on Amber, but more focusing on getting control of the board state. It's quite weird to see KOTE playing in such a board heavy way when usually, well, my experience of KOTE is play cards. Yeah, but the board doesn't really the cards in my hammer.
Look at that Untamed turn above.
Look at the Diz turn below.
Yeah, but Soul Snatcher's going to die shortly, given the fact what we know above. But
Do you want to kill it though? As JB pointed out, with the Captura down, all these pips become capture. You put that capture onto your creatures, and to get that amber back, they have to give you amber. The Soul Snatcher has been played.
Yeah.
The prophet as prophecy foretold.
I've got. Oh, right, they've got more cards than we can see. Okay.
Yeah. So the update has now got cards underneath.
It just kind of makes sense, but
below.
irritating.
Like I said, it's just irritating for recording.
Yeah, good to play, hard to stream.
Going into Sanctum, quite nice here. We did see the Arise, so look at this Sanctum hand. This is an insanity of a Sanctum hand. And I think this is why Tout played Soul Snatcher, because they're just going to drop all these this entire Sanctum board and go, if you kill them, they give me amber. If you leave them alone, I am just going to reap 2/6 every single turn.
So what you do is you get rid of Soul Snatcher, then you kill them.
Yeah, and with Reclaim by Nature is huge here. That's why we see increased artifact control in sets like Mass Mutation, because some artifacts are absolutely insanity.
Yeah, I kind of agree with JB on the plan. He predicts this is going to go bad. I think I have to agree with him this time.
Now, this turn caught me off guard because, as you were saying there, you expect that Reclaim by Nature to get rid of this Soul Snatcher right now.
Yes.
No, he holds it.
Is he thinking he's going to take the damage first? Because otherwise he's just going to reap for like 10?
He can reap for 10, it doesn't matter. So he fights Fandango, which gives Swiper Amber. So he can fight with the Key Frog, get the Amber from the Soul Snatcher and Forge. And then Resurgence it back twice. He put himself in such a good position here with the 5 amber that Key Frog cannot die without giving him a key.
True. So,
Tout can beat to 15 here. We know there's Effervescent Principle in hand. We know there's 2 Resurgences in hand. We see a Vault's Blessing in hand. I think Viper can keep up here in terms of the Forge. And next turn, when these untamed creatures come back, they'll be warded. So Fandango will come back with Resurgence, and will be warded from the Soul Snap, from the Forge Compiler.
So what do you do next turn?
So this turn he wiped out his entire untamed board.
Yep.
He brings it. So 1 amber, 2 amber. Vault's Blessing is gonna get 1, 2. Get up to. Reclaim by Nature gets 5. Vault's Blessing gets 10. Oh no! Prismia comes back. Key Frog comes down. Vault's Blessing gets to 9.
Jesus.
So if you Forge here, you need to get rid of the Key Frog and the Fandango. But the Fandango is protected not only by Ward but by Taunts.
Yeah. And technically double taunt, you could argue.
And technically double taunt. So what should be going on here is Trout should be getting rid of this Key Frog and this Fandango, but is going for the big play of reap. I thought that too, JB. I thought that too. But what actually happens is a card we can't see thanks to Daughter.
What's the card?
Grey Rider.
Oh, that's interesting.
So plays 3 markets, goes to 7, plays Zealot, reaps with Champion NFL. There's Grey Rider. You can. Plays Grey Rider. Fights with Key Frog. Reaps with Grey Rider, which came in ready from Fandango. To then fight with Key Frog again and wins the game 3-1. Yeah.
Wow.
It completely caught me off guard as well, JB, because we couldn't see the hands due to the new set. But that was just such a spectacular end to that game. Key Frog forging 2 keys. Absolutely love that.
So we're going to jump into the video for KOTE 10 again, and then we'll come back and do the final go-throughs.